Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. Welcome back to my playthrough of GTA San Andreas. Let's continue where we left off, and on this part we are going to be doing the Woozie missions. Mountain Cloud Boys. These three guys, make sure you remember them. They're kind of important. They appear in 3 different cutscenes.
Easy, man. I'm here to see Woozie.
Oh, upstairs.
Stupid ass motherfucker.
Come on, Birdstone! Come on, go! Come on, you can do it!
I'm Johnson. I'm here to see Woozie. I work with him.
Yes, right this way. You know of the boss's curse?
Curse? Nah.
He's blind.
Blind? But we was just racing cars last week.
Yes, I know. He's blessed with unbelievable good fortune. And the triad that would do anything for him? We call him our lucky mole.
Alright. I keep that in mind.
Good.
Triads, by the way, mean Chinese Mafia. That's what they're called. And so this cutscene with Woozie, this is going to be kind of funny here.
Woozie!
Hello, Carl.
Hey, what's happening, Woozie? You know, how you doing?
Straight to the facts. I can't use your help unless I'm open with you about who I am and what I do.
Watch Carl in this part.
Let me reintroduce myself. I am the boss of the Mountain Cloud Boys.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise. Why don't you sit down? As Daidai-Lo of the Triad, it is my responsibility to see that disputes are settled without damaging important business.
Where I come in at?
We shall see. I'm about to drop in on a local triad that failed to show face at the last Tong meeting. Come with me, and you'll see how we triads settle things without recourse to unnecessary violence.
Alright, I'll ride with you.
Unnecessary violence. The Triads are actually some of the most violent, organized criminals. When the Triads want somebody dead, they can be extremely brutal.
We'll need a ride. Mine's getting some bodywork done to it.
Alright, don't trip.
The Blood Feather Triad have a storehouse around the block. We shall see what excuses they have to offer.
Okay, so what's all this talk of business?
Some small-time Vietnamese gangs have been making trouble lately. We're not sure why they're gaining any courage now, but I'm nervous about the situation.
How do I fit in all of this?
You're an outsider.
And, that's, what Woozie means by that is that CJ is somebody that's completely unknown to the Triads and to the Da Nang boys. And because of that, it's
This
gonna...
is the place. Come on.
The
it's
Da
this
Nang
way.
boys are not gonna expect him.
Now, come on, it's this way. Now, where's that loose cobble?
Hey, what the hell you doing?
Just checking the, shut up, Carl. This way.
Hey, what's with all these people? Where they going?
Something isn't right here. We should be careful. Follow me.
Everyone's running away.
You touched me. Ah, we're here. This way. Strange, this gate is usually locked. Stick close.
Oh, man. Woozie.
What's got you so spooked? Oh, sorry. Didn't see you lying down there.
He's dead. They all are.
The blood feathers wiped out?
Daidai-Lo, forgive me. I was too scared to fight, so I hid.
Enough. What happened here?
Vietnamese surprised us, cut us all down. Shit! Here they come again!
If that guy wasn't dead, if Woozie wasn't gonna kill that guy, he's definitely gonna kill him now for closing the garage door and hiding during this.
The Triads must have vengeance!
Should've got the fuck out of here.
Whoa! And the car blew up right when my controller died too. Nice.
Get up. Get ugly.
One thing I appreciate about the GTA games is the GTA games, you see, like, you see gangsters that you don't really see in, like, a lot of other, video games.
Hell, sewers! That was a sniper bullet!
You know what this is, huh?
Like, has anybody ever seen the Vietnamese Mafia in any other video game besides, I mean, the triads don't appear in a lot of games. Triads aren't really common in a lot of crime games. But the Vietnamese Mafia, this is really the only game that I've seen that has the Vietnamase Mafia in it. And GTA 4 had the Albanian Mafia in it, which you don't see in any other video game either. Well, actually, SOCOM 2 technically had the Albanian Mafia.
I'll take care of these murderous scum.
That looked like the last of them.
Thank you, Carl. You saved me from having to kill them all myself.
You hit me.
Here, a token of the Tong's appreciation for what you did today.
Woozie's missions pay really well. I know after one of his missions you get a phone call. I wonder if this is it here. No, I don't think it is it here. Okay. Rotten Folly. Here we go. And this is who they mean by when they say Lucky Mole, they're talking about Ron Folly.
Hey, Woozie, my man. What's going down?
Hey, CJ. Let me introduce you to Shuk Fu, Ramfa Lee. He heads the Red Gecko Tong on the West Coast.
How you doing?
Ah Kong has sent word from Kowloon.
Kowloon's in Hong
Vietnamese
Kong.
crime family, the Da Nang boys, are preparing to move to the United States. This may explain the cowardly attack on the Blood-Feathered Triad. There may be some trouble ahead.
The Shifu would like a package retrieved. A courier has left it in a drop at the airport. It is most important to the matter at hand.
Oh, I can do that.
He is Triad? A mountain boy?
No, a personal friend of mine. And less likely to draw the attention of the Da Nang boys.
Okay.
Thanks for your support.
And it's kind of funny how Ron Fali just grunts and he has a translator that understands everything that he says. Also, guys, I did a little bit more research because I wanted to find out what the difference is between the Tongs and the Triads, because they're oftentimes described as the same thing, and there is a little bit of a difference, where Triads generally refers to gangsters directly in China. Tongs are more, from what I've seen, Chinese gangsters that are in America. I go around here. Now, the thing about the Tongs, from what I've read about them, is that not every single Tong is a criminal group. Some are legitimate organizations, but basically what a lot of them were is they were unions and organizations for Chinese immigrants. So kind of like how the Italian Mafia had, like, unions, that a lot of Chinese immigrants had the Tongs. At least that's from what I've read. I don't know as much about, like, Triad organized crime as I do about the Italian Mafia, but I wanted to, like, read up more on it to, like, get a better understanding of it. But anybody in the comments, if you know what, like, a little bit more of the difference between the Triads and the Tongs, let me know. If I got anything wrong, I apologize. But that's at least from what I looked up, that they're more of, like, unions and, like, organizations for Chinese immigrants, but a lot of them did have ties to crime. The Da Nang boys are covering the exits, okay. Gotta get this car out of here. And also the Da Nang, or Da Nang, I think that's how you pronounce it, in Vietnamese. It's a city in Vietnam.
You won't get far!
Crap, these bikes. Yeah, this part is ridiculous. Oh, I made him crash. Okay, good.
He's getting away!
Okay, I can just keep following this way.
Stop that car at all costs!
Oh crap, another one coming in. There we go. And this is like the best time right now to actually do this, to start diving. And because we're gonna need our lung capacity to actually go up. Yeah, so yeah, it's basically good to do this right after this mission because you're on the water here. But yeah, when I was a kid, I couldn't figure out what I had to do. like this is the part that a lot of us got stuck on in the game because we couldn't figure out that we had to dive down to get our lung capacity up. Yeah, it can be a massive pain to get that lung capacity up. God, I'm losing fat doing this too. It's kind of crazy that you need to do this in order to get lung capacity up, because I would imagine that you could get lung capacity up by sprinting in the gym, but that doesn't work. That's stamina as a separate bar. And basically, you need to do it 2 times. You need to see it go up. Okay. Lung capacity upgraded. You need to do it 2 times, I'm pretty sure. Oh.
Big! Catalina, is that you again?
And she just hangs up.
Watch it.
Unhand me, you sellout.
Give me the car. You don't think I need it.
How you doing?
As honored as I am to share my home with you, we should lure these lizards out into the baking sun.
We were followed here. The Da Nang boys are watching this apartment. As soon as we leave, they will attempt an assassination.
Hey, what's the big deal? Won't you cruise on out of here, lead them to a place quiet, and cap they flat asses? No offense.
None taken.
We find you funny.
Look, long as they think Mr. Farley here is in the back, they'll follow me wherever. After a while, you can come out safely. Simple.
Amazing.
Your success will be rewarded, Mr. Johnson.
Also, this mission right here is very important to the story. A lot of people actually forget this mission, but it's very, very important. And the reason this mission is very important is because this mission is why CJ gets a stake in the casino. Because Ron Fa Li is the Shuk Fu, which, correct me if I'm wrong, that means boss or leader. So that's like the title of the leader in the triads. And so CJ basically risks his life so that Ron Fa Li can escape, because the Nang boys are, you know, waiting outside the betting shop. And because of this, Ron Fa Li gives CJ a cut of the casino. So if you're wondering why CJ basically gets a cut of the casino later on, it's actually directly because of this. So this is the it's because it's directly tied to this. Let me see. Actually, I'm gonna get right on the highway. And additionally, not only that, but one of the reasons that Salvatore cannot kill CJ later in the story is because CJ is under Ron Fa Li's protection. That's the reason. While it's not stated directly in the game, that is the reason. So, because Salvatore is a very smart man, he's going to basically do a lot of research. He's going to try to find out as much as possible about CJ. And basically, when he finds out that CJ is in league with the Triads, and he's already got a war going on with the Forellis and the Sindacos, at that point, he cannot afford to start a war with the Triads. So that I made a lore video about this. It's called like why doesn't Salvatore kill CJ for betraying him? But Ron Fa Li is a big reason for that. And a lot of people miss this part of the story because of that. This mission can also be a bit challenging, but if you know the path, it's not that bad. Okay, here we go. Oh, I already knocked them off? Oh, nice. Okay, cool. You gotta be careful not to flip the car. It is actually easy to flip the car. Even though this is technically supposed to be good for off-roads, you can flip the car here. Okay, and I remember this part. We basically take them... Oh, they just crashed again. Oh, no. Yeah, the traffic is gonna mess me up more than the route itself. Okay, I think it's the final checkpoint. We got this.
Hey.
Mr. Johnson, it's Guppy. Are you okay?
Yeah, it's nothing. They took the bait like morons. Mr. Ramfire Lee get out all right?
Yes, Woozie has taken him to safety. Thank you.
Cool. I'll see you later, man. It's decoy! Back to Chinatown!
You know, one thing I found weird about this mission, one thing I find really weird is that at the very end of the mission, that CJ just feels confident to just pull over. And, what I will say about that is that even if the Nang boys, if they knew that it was a decoy at that point, they still would have killed CJ. They would have been pissed. So, like, they were drive-bying him, but then all of a sudden when they realize it's a decoy, they don't want to kill him. So I find that just a bit weird that they didn't, like, shoot him right then and there. Like, imagine if you're, like, a bunch of hitmen, and you're going after, like, you know, the boss, the triads, and you get basically, you know, sent on a wild goose chase, and you follow this, you follow this decoy, you know, throughout the entire countryside, and your main target gets away. These guys are cold-blooded killers. They would not take too kindly to that. They would kill CJ right there just because of how angry they were. So I just find it a bit weird. They're like, oh, it's a decoy, you know, back to Chinatown, and it's running away. Like, they would have just shot him and driven right back to Chinatown. That's what would have happened. So I just find it a bit weird that they just stopped shooting when they realized that, that CJ was a decoy. This is the fail cutscene that you can get if your lung capacity is too low.
What? Hey, man, quit trying to distract me.
How are you in the water?
What you mean? Can I swim?
Yeah. Can you swim well?
No, I can't. Shit! Man, damn! How you do that?
You need more practice underwater before you can start this mission. So, every single time you go back there, it will play the exact same cutscene. So we're just gonna need to bring our lung capacity back up. Now we just need to get our lung capacity a little bit more up. And I just like diving until my breath is like at 90%, and then just doing it again. I've already done it a bit before here, so you just gotta basically get the lung capacity up to 20%. Yeah, your lung capacity in GTA 5 comes back so much quicker than San Andreas, but I guess you gotta upgrade it in San Andreas, yeah. Okay, I think one more time and I think we'll get this. Okay, I guess one more time then. There we go. Oh, crap. Oh. Okay, I think the lung capacity there is 20%. It needs to be 20%. I think we're good. Okay.
Get the hell out of the way!
Okay, yeah, so 20%
Hold
lung
on.
capacity.
You trying to tell me you can't swim?
Seriously, when I'm in the deep water, it panics me. Plus, I'm terrified of eels and squid and seaweed and...
Okay, dude, see, I know you're just trying to make excuses now.
Look, CJ. I need someone from outside the Triad who I can trust.
Alright, so let me get this straight. You want me to swim around in dirty dock water, dodging little brown jelly beans and Vietnamese gangsters, to put a bug on a boat in the harbor?
You're so negative.
Listen, man. When I was a kid, swimming off the Santa Maria, I once got a condom stuck to my face. Horror like that stays with you for life. Believe that.
I have a confession to make. I'm blind.
No shit.
Yeah. Although I've trained my other senses to a point where you wouldn't notice my handicap, in the water, they'd be quite useless.
All right, Woozie, relax. Don't beat yourself up about it. Look, I'll do it. One last thing. You do know that I'm black, right? And not Chinese.
I'm blind, Carl, not stupid.
One of the best lines in the game. Get to the docks, and this mission is kind of creepy because of just it always takes place at night and just the amount of fog.
What the fuck's name are you doing?
The boat that you have to plant the bug on is anchored out at sea. You will have to swim to it, however, there are the Nang boys patrolling the route. Also, when I was reading your comments, guys, there actually are a lot of, I have a lot of Vietnamese and, Vietnamese American friends that are actually, very happy that this game actually has the Vietnamese Mafia in it. That you don't really, like I said, you don't really see the, you don't really see the Vietnamese Mafia in any other game. I can't really think of any other game where the Vietnamese Mafia appeared except this one. Pick up the knife at the bottom, okay. Okay, got that. Oh, this cave right here, I think this is the hardest one. Okay, get some breath. The main route across the water is guarded by 2 patrol boats. If they spot you, dive underwater to lose their attention. I think that you can get on the island and snipe a lot of them, but it's gonna be more of a hassle. I'm gonna use the island for a bit of cover here. And yes, you can get to the boat without getting spotted. It is a little difficult, but you can do it. There are a few missions in the game that do allow you to do stealth. Okay, good, they're moving. Good, good. I think if you don't move, I don't think they can see you. I could be wrong on that. And watch out for the searchlights, too. Lung capacity is even more upgraded. Okay, good. Oh, crap.
That a guy on the water? Man, did you see him? No?
I'm really close. I hope they don't see me right here. Wait for my stamina to mostly come back here. Okay, here we go. Man, losing a bit of muscle already here. Okay. Okay, did it. Wait for him to turn around. Gotta watch the map. Watch the map icon, and watch when his little arrow turns around.
Watch it!
You know, this reminds me a lot of SOCOM 1 with infiltrating the tanker for some reason. Okay, you don't need to go in there. Now we just need to get out of here. The thing is, the bug is going to be kind of useless once they see that there's so many dead bodies when you really think about it. Okay,
Shit, over there! Where'd he go?
we're good. Doesn't
No
matter
one
if they
can hold
spot
their
us.
breath that long, man.
And we're already upgrading lug capacity, too. It's like at 30% now.
There he is! He's gone under!
We must have winged him.
Got it. Nice. Oh.
Hey, Caesar, what up?
I got the lowdown on Smokes, yay. Word is every Monday and Friday the C.R.A.S.H leaves Los Santos for San Fierro. Then every Wednesday and Saturday, a courier takes the yay back to Big Smoke.
Okay, I keep an eye out for him. See if I can't spoil they little party. All right, man.
So, we're gonna deal with the couriers on the next part. On the next part, I'll show you guys. A lot of people on their San Andreas playthroughs, they don't bother with hitting the courier. It is an optional mission. I'll do that on the next part. I just wanted to focus on Woozie's missions on this part. Whoa, what the? Aggressive traffic there. Did a Nang Fang.
Woozie, my man.
CJ, you caught me on my way out.
Business?
This is the big one. This is the one that is going to seal my place in the Red Gecko Tong. But something's come up, and I gotta sort things out myself. Excuse me. Little Lion, what's the news? Damn! Why today, of all days? Okay, shit. Take Guppy and go check it out.
Trouble?
The Da Nang boys are arriving today on a container ship. Little Lion's gone to check it out. I really gotta go too.
Hey, man, look. Don't even trip. I'ma handle this for you, all right?
Thanks, my friend. Your help and friendship has been invaluable to me.
Thanks, man. What are other guys?
Oh, they're getting a helicopter to do a couple of flybys of the ship. Look, if everything goes well, I'll call you in a week or so and invite you to my new spot.
Hey, CJ, what are you doing here?
Just bumped into Woozie on his way out. He filled me in. I thought I'd go with you.
Well, we ain't rolling. Whoa, whirling. Strap in and strap up.
I'm going back to the ship now, and, yeah, it is... Is it the same ship? No, actually, it's not the same ship. No, this is that ship.
Where we headed?
To the boat. It's moored out in the bay.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
You better lock and load. They'll be on their guard.
Lock and load.
Holy fuck! They're gunning for us already.
I see them.
They're all over the containers.
I got them, man. Right in my sight.
Hit those Da Nang bastards. RPG! RPG!
Where? Which side?
Yeah, the RPG gunner is right there.
We're going down. Brace for impact.
The RPG gunner is right there, but there's nothing you can do to take him out. No matter how many times you shoot him, he's like invincible.
Ah, man, that hurt. Damn. Lost everything but my blade.
Can you see any survivors? No, nobody getting out of that alive.
Now, this mission, out of all of Woozie's missions, this is the hardest mission. 100%. You can also see the bodies of the guys that you actually killed on, if you killed them quick enough. Yeah, make sure to grab those Tech 9s. Oh, I'm not jumping off the ship to get that. Oh, come on. Oh, what the... Oh, yeah, this is where we're gonna encounter some guys.
Quiet. You gonna stay cool now.
You looking for trouble?
Just fuck.
Also, here's the thing, guys. About the Tech 9, that's actually the gun that I'm using right now. It's technically not a submachine gun. A lot of people actually think it's a submachine gun, but Modern Warfare 2, the 2022 game, is one of the few games that got it right, that the Tech 9 is a machine pistol. Which a machine pistol is basically an automatic pistol. So technically, yes, this thing is a pistol. Now, the Tech 9, I think the Tech 9 actually comes from Austria. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's a European country, I know that. I think it's Austria. If I made a mistake on that, correct me if I'm wrong. But basically, The reason that the gun became very popular with gangsters is because the Austrians, and I'll just Google it really quick. Let's see what country it came from. But the reason it was never adopted by any military in Europe is because there's no practical use for it. There really isn't. Let me see. I'm pretty sure Tech 9 is Austrian. Let me just see here. $1984. No, it's actually Swedish. Oh, okay. I thought it was Austrian. It's Swedish. And they were exported to the U.S. and the reason they became popular with gangsters is because the Tech 9 is a really cheap gun to make. It is not a very expensive gun to make, and gangsters will use any gun that's cheap. So anything that's cheap.
Keep it down. You want to bring the snakehead down here?
Not long until we're drinking cola in the free West, eh? Hey, who the fuck are you?
Your worst nightmare. So there's a big myth out there that gangsters always use the most fanciest, like, you know, best guns out there, but that's not true. Gangsters will use any gun that's like the cheapest usually. As long as it's not something that's pure garbage, they'll pretty much use anything. And the Tech 9, if you look at the Tech 9, it's actually a pretty scary looking gun. You know, it's a you know, big magazine. It's longer barrel than you know, any traditional handguns. So, but the Tech 9 has accuracy problems, so it's not a very accurate gun. But gangsters for drive-bys, they like a gun like a Tech 9, like something that they could just spray around really quickly. And it's smaller than a rifle too. This part, watch out here. They're gonna throw a grenade at you. I remember this.
Stick this up your ass!
Yeah, that kills so many people. And the Tech 9, I'm pretty, correct me if I'm wrong on this, I think the Tech 9 has an open bolt. Which means that if you reload a magazine, you don't have to pull the bolt back in a Tech 9.
Please, the snakehead tricked us. We're prisoners. Please help us escape. The snakehead is up on the bridge.
So it's Dragon Head. That's the leader of the boss of the Triads is called Dragon Head. But apparently the boss of the Vietnamese mafia is called Snakehead. I'd have to Google that. Snakehead. Vietnamese mafia. Let's see here. Okay, so I actually Googled what Snakehead is, and Snakehead actually says they're Chinese gangsters that smuggle people to other countries. So but it says they're Chinese gangsters, which is kind of weird considering that they're Vietnamese gangsters here. But yeah, that's that. Okay, let's get out of here. So basically, snakeheads are similar to the cartel's version of coyotes, which coyotes for cartel gangsters are basically like gangsters that smuggle people into America. They typically work for the cartels. And also, if you want to know the background behind these people, these people had, like, you know, paid for, you know, to get taken to America, but they got tricked. and they were gonna be used as slave labor. And you're wondering what were the Nang boys gonna probably use them for? They're probably gonna use them for sweatshops. That's probably what they were gonna use them for. And there's a big myth out there. People think that there's no sweatshops in America. There are sweatshops in America. They're not legal. You know, we don't, it's not like China where they're on, like, you know, massive scale and the government, like, looks the other way. But, like, sweatshops are oftentimes, like, illegal in, like, underground places or, like, in the back of, like, warehouses. And yes, there are gangsters that run them and they force people to, like, you know, manufacture cheap goods. And they are either held against their will or they pay or they get paid very little to nothing.
Got a gun in your face, huh?
Enough! We settled this here! Yes, stands.
Okay, go back and meet the refugees. But also, East Asian gangs are not the only ones that engage in sweatshop, human trafficking. Because there's a difference. Human smuggling is basically when somebody pays somebody to smuggle them. That's what human smuggling is. Human trafficking is when somebody is kidnapped and they're moved against their will. And there's the triads do it. A lot of East Asian gangs do it. They're involved in human trafficking a lot. The Russian mafia does it as well. There's a lot of times in Europe. A lot of times you will find like sweatshops in like even like countries like you know, Britain and France, and they have ties to the Russian mafia. And you will find like Eastern Europeans there that have basically been taken against their will. That's actually happened in Britain before, where there's actually been sweatshops that have been found that have ties to the Russian mafia. And then the third group that does human trafficking is the cartels. The cartels engage in it a lot. But yeah, my personal opinion is, human traffickers, people who, you know, kidnap other people and, you know, smuggle them against their will, basically sell them into slavery. These are some of the worst human beings ever, these guys. A lot of times these guys are even worse than the drug dealers, but sometimes the drug dealers are also the human traffickers. And if somebody engages in human trafficking, in my opinion, it should be the death penalty. If somebody kidnaps somebody, takes them against their will, I think that should be the death penalty. That's my opinion on it.
Thank you for everything!
If you play Sleeping Dogs is a really good sequence in the game. It's not part of the main story. I think it's part of the girlfriend missions. But basically, the Russian girlfriend that Wei has, her friends are basically being kidnapped and smuggled into sexual slavery by the 18K, which 18K is based on 14K triads. So yeah, women are typically taken as sex slaves, and you see that in Watch Dogs. In Watch Dogs 1, you see that as well, with the Irish Mafia doing that. And a lot of times, the people that you scan in Watch Dogs 1, they are from foreign countries. And the reason that the sex slave victims are almost always from foreign countries is because it's a lot harder to report somebody that you don't know is here, being taken against their will.
Hey, Caesar, the Yay leaving San Fierro, right?
Right,
but they're using
the bike, CJ.
They go cross country.
Not right now. I gotta check into some shit.
Yeah, so those missions, if the courier missions were mandatory, I think those would be some of the most annoying missions in the game. But I guess we will wrap this up here, guys. Thank you guys for watching on this part. If you guys enjoyed this part, do drop a like, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.